She had a hit.
Thank you very much.
Before she knew what hit her. But LeAnn Rimes isn't a kid anymore.
Some performers wait their whole lives for the honor of appearing at the Grand Ole Opry. Just imagine getting that kind of recognition, and you're not even in high school yet. It happened to LeAnn Rimes, but then so much more has happened to her since then. 48 Hours met LeAnn 7 years ago when she first hit the road. But now she's lived enough of life's hard lessons for at least a few good country songs. Except, as Susan Spencer tells us, LeAnn's not looking back as she tries to grow into a star with staying power. It was 1996, and this 14-year-old child singing sensation,
Miss LeAnn Rimes,
was living every country singer's dream. When 48 Hours first met her,
and the best new artist is
LeAnn was about to pick up a Grammy for her hit single, Blue.
LeAnn Rimes.
Not only was she one of the youngest singers ever to win one, she won 2 that year.
Oh my gosh, I never expected this at all. This award means more to me than anything in this world. Thank you.
if there's a new love in your heart.
She had presence. She had drive.
Very much. There you go. Thank you.
She had an astonishing voice.
Why in the world did you hurt me?
But was this the next Patsy Cline?
Crazy.
Or just a one-hit wonder?
I don't want to fade away. Some artists hit so fast, and then the next couple of years, they're gone. One day, you know, I won't be able to be called a 21-year-old singing sensation.
Well, guess what?
Happy birthday to you.
She is 21 now. With 8 albums and several hits under her belt. But the superstar question still hangs. This has been a rough few years.
All of the bad things that I've been through have made me very strong, and I can pretty much face anything today.
Back then, she was constantly on tour. Brutal for a kid.
I'm used to no sleep.
I did, 500 shows in 3.5 years from the time I was 13.
It was a mom-and-pop operation.
Let me do one with you.
LeAnn admits today that the pressure was intense.
I think everyone really expected a lot of me as a child, which sometimes it drove me insane, and because I then put pressure on myself very much to be perfect.
If I woke up tomorrow.
A job where you have 68 people on the road with you.
Y'all sound awful loud to me.
You know, if I got sick, well, no one got paid. You know, you can be throwing up with 104 fever on the side of the stage, but then ultimately you have to go out and sing.
You're good, Ben.
Thank you.
Then, when she was 15, the mom-and-pop operation literally fell apart. Her parents divorced.
Somewhere in life, all of our hearts get broken.
A few years after that, LeAnn sued her record company, trying to get out of her contract.
It's the pride and joy of my life, Miss LeAnn Rimes, my daughter.
And she also sued her own father, charging that he had stolen millions from her.
How quick could you get some kind of little financial statement?
He sued back, in court papers, calling her a spoiled brat.
It's a bad soap opera.
It is amazing.
Well, I've been through heartache and love and pain, and I think everyone wanted to see me as the perfect little child, and I'm not that anymore. I mean, I've had experiences in my life that have made me a woman.
All of this played out in public.
Life in a fishbowl,
Life,
right?
period. Well, life is hard. I've learned to deal with it.
The lawsuit settled nearly 2 years ago. Details never were released.
There were some fairly hateful things said back and forth in court papers and everything.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that anymore.
We don't talk about that.
No.
Neither parent would speak to us about it, but LeAnn says everyone's now more or less made up.
It quite amazes me that I've come out of it so happy and so in love with my family.
Do you go to them for advice?
Mm-mm.
Bad territory.
No,
Just don't want to go there? Or?
They're my family. I go for them for advice about life and not business. Family is family now.
From costumes that once would have scandalized her mother, to music her father just might not care for, to a hip young band, she is today very much in charge of her own career.
I'm going to trust my gut from now on. This is exactly where I should be, so.
And there is someone to feel good about.
Look amazing. I think this crowd's ready for it.
Dean Shermay, a writer and dancer whom she married nearly 2 years ago when she was just 19.
Have fun. Love you.
I have a wonderful husband, and I think that makes my life a lot easier and more fun.
LeAnn is back on the concert circuit now, feeding off the crowds.
LeAnn Rimes.
You guys are way too far away. Get up here! Stampede!
Her music style keeps evolving.
Feeling good was good enough for me.
No longer limited just to country.
Good enough for me, and not my favorite game.
I have the largest crossover single ever in pop music with How Do I Live.
How do I live without you?
So I think I've done it successfully.
Today, she and Dean live with 7 dogs and 2 cats in Nashville. At some point, she says, they'll have a family.
I would love to have children eventually, absolutely.
If you realize that that kid had a just phenomenal voice, as you did, what would you do? What would you?
They would have to push me to let them do it. I mean, I love what I do, but I would never have wished the things that I've gone through on anyone or anybody's family. And I don't ever want that to happen with my child.
But at the ripe old age of 21, LeAnn spends little time looking back. There's just too much ahead.
I'll be working pretty much to the end of the year and then starting up again in January with the new record that'll be on spring, and then touring next year. So I have a busy couple of years coming up, definitely.
You have a busy couple of decades coming up.
I hope so. Hey, I hope I'm around for that.